Today's Love This Way show is brought to you by The Club. The Club is a safe space I curated just for you. There's tips, challenges, downloads, ebooks, journals, coloring books. Just all you need to help you to succeed in your relationship endeavors. The best part? Each tier comes with free coaching sessions with me. So if you've been wanting to book a session with me but couldn't quite afford it yet, join a club and save hundreds. The coaching sessions alone are reason enough to join. With tiers starting at only $37 a month, you don't want to miss this opportunity. Visit shaliavinny.com, choose the membership level of your choice, and go to your calendar and book your free session. I can't wait to connect more with you. And make sure you mention Love This Way sent you. Hello and welcome to the Love This Way podcast, the show that exists to help men and women everywhere to be better at love. Never any gender wars, back and forth, or nonsense. Just great tips to help you find and sustain the love of your dreams. Because love is a journey and you need direction. So get ready because each episode we're going to be talking about our real life issues, answering tough questions, and building solid relationships with one another as we heal, learn, and grow. I'm your host, your girl, Dr. Shalia Vinny. In today's show, I only have one question. Are you emotionally mature? Can we talk about it? Hey, real quick, what's your emotional IQ? Do you think you score high in this area? Without even thinking about it, I want you to tell me, do you think that your partner feels safe enough to come and talk to you? Are you one of those people who says stuff like, yeah, my partner can come talk to me about anything and I'm open to listen? But the truth is, your partner tiptoes around you because they're terrified about how you're going to respond anytime you disagree with anything they've actually said. Because being a good listener and a supportive spouse goes deeper than only being those things when your ego remains intact. Think about your last argument. Did you lose your cool? Did you scream? Were you empathetic to what your spouse was saying? Were you so busy thinking about what you wanted to say next that you weren't actually listening to what your partner was saying? You might have some work to do. And it's really important that we raise our emotional quotient. We all can be better in some way. So what is emotional intelligence for real? Emotional intelligence, which is often referred to as emotional quotient or EQ, is the ability to recognize, understand, manage, and influence one's own emotions and the emotions of others. Emotional intelligence will look like a few different components. Number one is like self-awareness, recognizing and understanding your own emotions, strengths, and weaknesses and values. Number two, self-regulation. This is when you're able to manage in healthy ways, controlling impulsive feelings and behaviors and adapting to changing circumstances. Number three, motivation. Harnessing emotions to pursue goals with energy and persistence, maintaining a positive attitude and resilience. Number four, it's going to look like empathy. You understand the emotions of others. You can sense their feelings. You understand their perspectives. Number five, of course, is social skills, managing relationships to move people in desired directions, including effective communication, conflict resolution, and cooperation. Do you think you have any of these? Let's dig deeper. This is really important, you guys, because there are people literally in prisons and cemeteries because they couldn't regulate their emotions. In this world, we can't control anything but ourselves, so we can't afford to miss the mark. When you're not governed by your emotions, you become unfazed by what others try to do to you, and you become more aware of who you are and how you show up. There are people getting divorced every day because they never learned themselves properly, and I want to make sure you're not one of those people, so I'll ask you again, are you emotionally stable? Let me give you some examples of ways you may be able to tell exactly where you stand. Let me give you some signs of emotional maturity. Here's a sign. You have self-awareness and self-acceptance. This means you recognize your emotions. You can identify and understand your own emotions. You accept yourself. You accept yourself with all your strengths and weaknesses without excessively criticizing yourself. Self-regulation and control. You can manage your emotions effectively, especially in stressful situations without being overwhelmed. You also have impulse control. You can think before acting and making decisions based on rational thought rather than emotional impulses. Number three, you're going to have some empathy and understanding. Can you understand others where you can sense and understand their emotions and their needs, showing empathy and compassion? Respect for others. You respect their feelings and their perspectives, even if they differ from your own. You might not agree with what they have going on, but you respect what they're feeling. You also are going to have healthy relationships. This is going to look like healthy, effective communication because you communicate clearly and you listen actively, fostering open and honest relationships. Conflict resolution. You handle conflicts constructively, seeking a win-win solution and avoiding unnecessary arguments. You're responsible and you take accountability. Oh my goodness. You take responsibility for your own actions and their consequences without blaming others. You learn from your mistakes and you use them as opportunities for growth. You are resilient and you have great adaptability skills. This means you can bounce back, you recover from setbacks and failures, and maintain a positive outlook. You don't become bitter about it. You're flexible, so you adapt to changes and you handle unexpected challenges gracefully. You have a positive outlook. You have this optimism that you're going to have a positive attitude and you look for good in situations and in other people. You also carry this gratitude. It's so beautiful because your gratitude allows you to appreciate the positive aspects of your life. Anything like this sound like you? Do any of these things sound like you? Do you have work to do? Imagine loving and being with someone who exhibits these traits. Now, I want you to imagine being with someone who falls short. Which one would you rather deal with? Now ask yourself honestly, which are you showing up as for your person in your relationship? Go ahead, I'll wait. Hey friend, make sure you check out shaliavinny.com. You can join a club there. You can book one-on-one coaching sessions with me. You can buy my books there. Oh, and you can get free advice from me now. Go to shaliavinny.com, click the free advice tab, and go ahead and submit your question. I will be answering those questions on my social medias, so make sure you do that because you don't want to miss out. Love you guys. So we've been discussing emotional intelligence and what it looks like in our daily lives. But now I want to talk about how it looks in our romantic relationships because this is where it gets beautiful. So here are some specific ways in which a high EQ can enhance your romantic relationships. Now I want you to write these down, keep them close to your heart, and remember them and then implement them. Number one, it's going to give you some improved communication because when you understand emotions, you can better understand and articulate your feelings and needs, which makes it easier to communicate with your partner. You're also going to have some active listening. High EQ individuals are very, very good listeners. They pay attention to their partner's words, their tones, even their body language, which leads to more meaningful and effective communication. They communicate with clarity and openness because being clear and open about your emotions will always prevent misunderstandings and it's going to build trust. Number two, they have effective conflict resolution because when you're able to manage your emotions, you can stay calm and composed during disagreements, avoiding emotional outbursts or impulsive reactions. Empathy and perspective taking is so important because you're understanding your partner's perspective will also help you, which helps you find common ground to resolve conflicts amicably. You also are great with problem solving. You're going to focus on finding solutions rather than winning the argument, which leads to constructive outcomes because now your partner is happy and feels validated. This is going to increase your intimacy and connection. Hello, your emotional sharing. When you have high IQ, those individuals are very comfortable sharing their emotions, which fosters intimacy and a deeper connection with your person. You're also going to have empathy and support because you can provide emotional support and show empathy, which makes your partner feel understood and valued. There's also going to be a mutual respect because respecting each other's feelings and needs enhances emotional closeness. You'll be able to build trust through consistency and reliability because managing your emotions and responses consistently builds reliability and trust. You'll have honesty and transparency. Being open and honest about your feelings prevents hidden resentments and fosters a trustworthy environment. You're going to have an enhanced relationship satisfaction overall because you're going to have positive interactions. High EQ individuals tend to have more positive interactions and fewer negative ones, which contributes to overall relationship satisfaction. You're going to have emotional support. Providing emotional support during tough times strengthens the relationship bond. There'll be a gratitude and an appreciation because regularly expressing gratitude and appreciation for your partner will enhance relationship happiness. There'll be a better understanding of your partner's needs, recognizing emotions. You can accurately recognize and respond to your partner's emotional needs. You'll be able to adjust your behavior. Having a high EQ allows you to adjust your behavior to support your partner better, which creates a nurturing environment. You can anticipate needs. Understanding your partner's emotional cues will help you in anticipating their needs and responding appropriately. There's going to be a resilience in the relationship. You'll be able to handle stress together because high EQ individuals can manage stress and support each other through challenging times, which strengthens your relationship's resilience. There's an adaptability factor here. Being adaptable and open to change helps in navigating life's ups and downs together. And of course, you're going to have a positive outlook because maintaining a positive outlook and focusing on the strengths of the relationship will promote resilience and long-term success. Do you see how deep this goes and how important this is for you to master your own emotions? No one likes that person who's easily offended, can't take constructive criticism, and spazzes out at the first sign of a disagreement. Everything is not a direct attack on you. Having a high EQ means understanding the areas you fall short and being open to grow and be better for yourself and the person that you say you love. We all have work to do because no one's perfect, but we all have our own traumas and behaviors we need to unlearn. But just remember, we can only use our past for so long to define why we're the way we are. If you know you have things about you that need work and you, as a grown adult, choose not to seek help to change it, then you're comfortable in your mess and you don't want to change. And that's fine too. But while you're out here choosing to be broken, don't you dare go out here and bleed on someone who tries to love you. Do you hear me? I want you to have the decency to remove yourself from the relationship, the whole relationship world in general, until you do the work that having a meaningful relationship requires. Because bouncing from person to person is not the way to handle it either. You're just going to leave a trail of bodies behind you until you have a real conversation with yourself and make a decision about who you want to be for yourself and for others. You can raise your emotional intelligence. It's not difficult if you seek to truly do the work and to truly try. I am rooting for you with all my heart, as always. You guys know that if you need more help, you can always go to shaliavinny.com, book a session with me one-on-one. I'm here to help you any way that I can. I love you guys so much. Today's show is brought to you by The Club. Please rate the show on your favorite streaming platform and share it with one person who you think needs to hear it and ask them to do the same. Remember to never stop showing up for yourself and the love you desire to have. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Until next time, your friend and relationship strategist, Dr. Shalia. Bye.